Hi everybody, I'm Dee Dee. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Let me get right into it. This is part one of Divest from Fat Movements, my dear black women. First, my empathy statement. I need to acknowledge that a lot of black women have survived abuse, and a lot of that abuse turns them into emotional eating. I do know that obesity is a big problem all over America. I am a womanist. I am here talking specifically about black women. I'm not comparing black women to anybody. All right. So you have my empathy for surviving abuse, and I know that some of that abuse is turned into emotional eating, and some people who are big, yes, I'd say maybe about a quarter have medical conditions like hyperthyroidism, thyroidism, insulin levels, diabetes, etc. The majority overeat, stress eating, right? So I went down the rabbit hole investigating the fat positivity, body positivity movements for the past 3 weeks. I'm saying it doesn't work for black women. These standards began in the 1800s, white women, resistance from white men. Then back in the 1960s, a man wrote an article defending his wife, pro-fat article. Then another white man, he made a movement sort of as a joke, and it took off from there. The black American culture in general is obesity enabling. Black women don't need a movement to enable them being fat. We need health positive movements. This is like virtue signaling double speak. Fat positivity, body positivity. We need health positivity. Investigating these movements, I found a lot of self-segregation from black women. I found narcissism and victim status. Many saying over and over, like it's a script, nobody wants fat black women to be loved. Everybody says fat black women don't deserve to be loved. Hello, which planet did you just land from? Are we talking about black American culture that does nothing but obesity enable black women and tell them that they're okay, and even makes up cute little nicknames to encourage obesity and encourages black women to get fatter, fat injections in the butt, skinny is shamed and demonized. Come on, people. The fat acceptance movement benefits white women because a lot of white men do not like fat, and I know a lot of white people are fat too. Don't tell me something I don't already know. I live in San Francisco, California, and I lived with my late husband for decades. I know all about how white people think and talk about fat. And they are the ones that have the biggest problems with fat in America, which is why a lot of the fat feminists encourage black women to be fat, enabling cheerleaders to help prop them up as white women are used as the feminine face of obesity. Talking about this topic is not shaming. It's called having a conversation. I'm not an authoritarian, nor am I a brainwashed social justice warrior. People love using black women as attack dogs and pit bulls for their causes. Of course, white and non-black women love hearing black women say they're not loved as being fat and they're proud to be fat. They love Lizzo. They love all that as they are going on their diets and drinking their lemon water. And I know there are a lot of black women who are anti-diet. They, in fact, are diet saboteurs. They hate the idea of a black woman talking about going on a diet. I've never seen anything like it. I am living my formative adult years in a very sizest city, San Francisco, California. I was not around obesity enabling black people during that time of my life as a youngster, yes. And I'm so happy I ignored it. For some reason, black women, diet authoritarians and the saboteurs, they hate the idea of a diet. They hate the idea of a woman going on a diet to get a man. They will argue and curse you out. Black women will come out of lurk mode. You can make 1,000 videos. You could have a zillion blog posts. You could make 10,000 Twitter posts. But when you start talking about obesity, they're going to pop up defending it. They're going to bring up all the other races in the world. They're going to talk about how they're healthy at 280 pounds, 5'2". They're going to tell you don't know what you're talking about. That's obesity enabling. And that is exactly what white and non-black black women enjoy, black women doing because they are the ones who need the support because their men really don't like it. Look at the Asian culture. Is this an obesity enabling culture? Well, in general, there are different types of Asians. Some of the southern Pacific Islanders, like the Samoans, are big. Japanese are small. Chinese are small. Filipinos are small. It, in general, is not an obesity enabling race. White Americans call themselves fat as an insult. The star Johnny Depp in his recent court case, him and his wife were calling each other fat as an insult. So, black ladies, this is part 1 of Divest from Fat Acceptance Movements. Part 2, I'm going to talk about famous big ladies, and I want to end with self-segregation. By claiming yourself as plus size is sabotage, especially if people haven't met you. Why should your profile say plus size? Why do you always whine about I'm plus size? Nobody cares. Are you disabled or are you special? Can you not lift your leg? Are you in a wheelchair? Why self-define, self-segregate, and telling yourself that you are plus size? And one more thing. Men have a right to reject you because you are fat. Men reject me because I am middle-aged and they don't want to date a woman older than them. People have a choice to say no. It doesn't make them phobic. If somebody doesn't want to go out with middle-aged Dee Dee, are they age phobic? No. They're not turned on by me. If somebody doesn't want to go out with you because you're eating yourself up to 300 pounds, it's because you don't turn them on. And people always, including you, have a choice to who you want to date with. Do you want to date a poor man? Most likely not. This is part 1 of Divest from Fat Acceptance. I'm Dee Dee. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe if you haven't.